I'm Charlie, and I have a baby face. And this is how you can tell you have a baby face. You can reach up, grab this much face, get it to make this noise. And when you have a baby face, all you'll ever muster is cute. Like, you could be President of the United States of America. Oh, ain't he precious? One of these days, I'm going to be hot. Well, in my quest for hotness, I joined Weight Watchers. See, we have a lot of Weight Watchers people. Thank you. I'm going to have to do a lot of explaining. No, I joined Weight Watchers. I tried to get my cousin to join with me. I was like, come on, Katie, let's join Weight Watchers. She's like, those people are mean. And I was like, it's because they're hungry. Shut up and come on. When you... Weight Watchers, if you're not familiar, everything in Weight Watchers has a point. They have a motto, you bite it, you write it. And you have to write your point down. I was watching this show the other day about crazy addictions, and this lady ate couch cushions. And in her lifetime, the statistic was, she's eaten 6 couches, 2 armchairs, and all of her mother's shoulder pads. And all I could think was, how many points is that on Weight Watchers? But when you join Weight Watchers, it is like a sick game because you do get points. And just because you have the most points doesn't mean you win. It just means you're fatter and need more points to live. But there are 2 types of Weight Watchers leaders. One leader is the affirmer. You know, you get a little book and you've got to keep all your stuff in the book. And you take the book up to the affirmer, the leader, and she's like, oh, you're up just a little bit this week, but you're doing good. And then you think, I know what I ate last week, and I'm up just a little bit, sweet. And then you take your book back to your little table, and then you go to the page, and you gain 7 pounds in 7 days. This is a little personal. I would rather her have been like, good Lord, Charlie. What haven't you eaten? Are the kids safe where you live? That would have made me feel better. And then the other type of Weight Watchers leader, she likes to be the therapist. She wants to get to the root of the problem. So Charlie, why do you eat? I like the way food, I like the way it smells. I like the way it tastes. I like the way it feels when you rub it all over your face. No, that is not a real reason. If you did not eat with fat friends, you would not eat as much. If I didn't eat with fat friends, I wouldn't eat with anybody at all. No, Charlie, no, I'm being serious here. You don't need to make gatherings about food. Well, if it wasn't for food, there would be no reason to get together. And if it's family, it sure ain't for the company. No, Charlie, being overweight is a choice. I know it's a choice. I just lay in the bed every morning when I have nothing to do. What am I going to do today? I think I'm going to get fat. Better yet, you know that brand new pair of brown pants? I think I'm going to go bust the whole hard dinner. Do you put that on a to-do list? Take out the garbage. Check. Feed the cat. Check. Go bust out the whole seat of that brand new pair of brown pants. Gotta go do that. But that's what irritates me. When you order pants out of a catalog, the only difference is you order a black pair and a brown pair. The only difference, one pair's black, one pair's brown. You put the brown pair on and you can't feel your ankles. And then you go to the bathroom, and I know everybody's done this, you wet the problem areas. And then you squat. Something like that right there. Except that one time, it kind of sounded like somebody popped a can of biscuits in the bathroom. But being Southern, we're justifiers. So I took the pair of pants, held them up. You could drive a Cadillac right through the seat of them. And I took them to my grandmother, and she's like, it was probably old thread. Perfect, yes, it was old thread. I love, how many Southerners we have here? True Southerners. I can't see that, so you're okay, good. So this may make sense. But I love the South. I wish companies would, they could market towards Southerners, really, if they think about it. It's a good niche market. Like Glade, for example. Maybe Southern fragrances like Sweet Magnolia and fried chicken. Totally a candle I would buy. Or maybe sausage and butter. Better yet, I'm simple. Just a candle that smells like hot grease, and I'm good. Maybe some Febreze that smells like hot grease. Oh, I haven't washed this shirt in 3 days. Now it smells like a fryer from McDonald's. And another thing that makes Southerners, this is why people, I'm letting you in, I'm sharing, okay? I'm sharing in love and I'm keeping it real, okay? This is the reason people think we're crazy. We take a perfectly fine language and we apply our rules to it. For example, we have perfectly fine words. Like, for example, mash. Mash, you mash potatoes. But no, Southerners, we mash buttons. Well, I tried to turn that TV on, I mashed that power button, and nothing happened. Or, if it's really bad, I mashed that power button and I was laid up for 2 weeks. Laid up. What in the world is laid up? And it's always, when somebody's laid up, I was laid up. And it's drawn out. Can I talk about my grandmother for a minute? And she's sitting right over here. Don't look, that's rude. No, my grandmother, and another, Southerners, we can have a whole conversation and we can code it in Southern code. My grandmother is a prime example of this. Well, I saw Nadine at church this morning. Lord, shut my mouth. It looked like she'd been rode hard and put up wet. I tried to be a good Christian and I went over and hugged her. And Lord, she was 3 sheets in the wind. Honey, if I was her, I'd be scareder than a sinner and a cyclone. And she had that husband with her, and you know if dung was dirt, he would be a whole acre. And Lord, that son of hers, that boy is so ugly, she takes him everywhere she goes so she don't have to kiss him goodbye. And see, that is Southern code for saying, I saw Nadine at church this morning and bless her heart, she looked awful. I went over and hugged her and she'd been drinking a little bit. And that, if I lived like her, I would be scared to death. And that husband for hers just ain't right, and bless that little boy's heart. And see, that's what Southern code is translated. But my grandmother, it's the same thing every Sunday after church. We go to the Mexican restaurant, and I go to church with people on this side, so they can affirm this. We get out 30 minutes early, right, to beat the Baptist. It's planned out. It's planned out. Never fails. My grandmother flies in the door. 50 years is too long to be going to one church. Lord, I have never been so embarrassed in my entire life. I got convicted this morning. And I didn't like it. Well, we were doing Bible study in the book of Revelation, chapter 17. And it talks about this woman riding this beast, wearing scarlet and purple and diamonds and pearls. And the Sunday school teacher asked, what does that remind you of? And I was like, a red hat lady. And I was embarrassed to death because I just joined last week. But that ain't even half of it. I went to get in my car to come over here. And I bent down to swoosh. And I tried to swoosh. There wasn't nothing there to swoosh. I had the back of my dress tucked down in the back of my pantyhose. And I even went to the altar this morning. Well, thank y'all so much. Y'all have been so much fun. I hope that you're having a good time. And forgive me for not being able to see. I thought I had this